Stanley cups that we're all obsessed with all year long are toxic. But this might not necessarily be true or be an issue, so let me get into it. I did the research for you. Here's how this all started. A mom tested her 3-year-old Stanley water bottle at the bottom of it for lead, and it showed up that there obviously was lead exposure. So the fans went crazy. So what we're learning is that it actually doesn't necessarily matter because the part that does have lead solder in it is not exposed to you. You're not like drinking out of that part. If the area is covered, the actual exposure of an everyday user to this problem area would be minimal or non-existent. You can see on Stanley's website, it says our products are FDA tested and approved and all contact surfaces are guaranteed to be safe. What she tested was not a contact surface. Another article, it says it appears unlikely that one would be exposed to this part of the bottle in typical use, provided that the sticker remains on the bottom of the bottle over it. So let's take a look at my bottle. Yep, there's a sticker over it. Another article, it looks as though getting lead poisoning from a Stanley cup is very unlikely since the only part containing any lead at all is usually covered up and doesn't normally come into contact with the user or their beverage. So that is the consensus. I think I'm gonna just keep on drinking my water bottle. There are so many products that we use that we don't even realize have the same issue. Do we keep it? Are we going back to Hydro Flask? But like I also guarantee probably find lead in that too. Listen, I don't want lead poisoning, but if it's something that I'm not coming into contact with, I'm pretty sure we're all good. What are your guys' thoughts?
Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will talk about the growing concerns of whether Stanley Cup contain lead. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. Stanley Quencher cups have become increasingly popular and are now considered an essential item among social media influencers. These 40 ounces tumblers are reusable, eco-friendly, and fashionable. According to Stanley's official website, these cups are designed to retain temperature incredibly well, keeping hot drinks warm for at least 7 hours and cold drinks fresh for up to 11 hours. The popularity of the product has led to more people examining it closely. Several TikTok users and influencers have conducted tests on the tumblers to check for the presence of lead. Some people claim that their test results have shown that the cups do contain lead. But do these cups really contain lead? Yes, it does. What is the purpose of lead in water bottles? Stanley makes all its vacuum-sealed bottles, such as the Stanley Quencher tumbler, with the same method. These bottles have 2 layers, which is why some people call them double-walled insulated bottles. There is empty space between the layers to reduce the movement of heat or cold from the inside to the outside. This helps your drink stay hot or cold for longer. The pellet that Stanley mentions is visible at the base of your drink holder. It joins the layers where they meet at the bottom of the bottle, using a method called lead soldering. The bottle does have lead in it, but it is covered by stainless steel and should not touch your drink or skin. But if you drop the water bottle, or if it gets damaged in some way, and this steel piece comes off, the lead might be exposed to your skin. However, if the base cap of your Stanley cup came off due to ordinary use and the seal is exposed, you can submit a claim through the company's lifetime warranty. How can I test my Stanley cup for lead? Some people buy test swabs that claim to detect lead, and these swabs are popular on TikTok. But these swabs are designed for testing lead paint. They may not work well on metal, like the inside of your Stanley cup. Even if they say they can test metal, they usually mean painted metal only. More importantly, lead testing swabs are not very reliable. The EPA only approves 3 brands of lead testing swabs to tell you when a surface does not have a certain level of lead. The EPA says that there are no lead test kits that can tell you for sure when a surface does have lead. The false positive rate is very high, up to 98% for some materials that do not have lead. Most people who use swabs on their Stanley cups or other insulated tumblers get negative results, but if they get a positive result, that does not mean there is lead on the cup. If you're so worried about lead that you do not trust Stanley when they say that the stainless steel inside does not have lead, you might want to use a glass or plastic container. Changing to another metal cup brand won't help. Stanley is not the only one that uses lead in making the cups, so do not throw your Stanley cup away. Anyway, thank you for watching my video and hope to see you here again.